Hi everybody, welcome back. This is part 2 of today's video, April 23rd, 2020. We are in Unit 7, Lesson C, page 88. Unit 7, Lesson C, page 88. So, assuming that everyone completed the exercises in page 88 to 89 in your student book, I'm going to go over them now. So let's begin. We're gonna start with exercise 1. Grammar focus. There is, there are. Use there is with non-count nouns and singular count nouns. Use there are with plural count nouns. And we can see there are statements, questions, answers using the phrase there is and there are. And as you can see, or as we learned in part 1, the way we use there is or there are really depends on what nouns are being used. If it is non-count nouns and singular count nouns, we have to use there is to make a statement, or is there to make questions. And for plural count nouns, we have to use there are. And for questions, and we have to flip it, it's going to be are there. So I'm going to go over the examples written here. So statements, there is a banana on the table. There are 2 bananas on the table. There is bread on the table. So a banana is a singular count noun, so we have to use there is. 2 bananas, plural count nouns, so we have to use there are. Bread is a non-count noun, so we have to use there is. Now for questions and answers, is there a banana on the table? If it's a yes, we have to say yes there is. And if it's a no, we have to say there isn't. Here, are there any bananas on the table? Yes, there are. No, there aren't. Is there any bread on the table? Yes, there is. No, there isn't. Okay? So we have to be careful and check what kind of nouns are being used if we want to use the phrase there is or there are to make a statement or question or just to answer them. So let's do exercise 2A. Complete the sentences. Use there is or there are. First, I'm just gonna go over them as I speak, and I'll show you the answers. So for number 1, there is sugar on the table. We have to use the phrase there is because sugar is a non-count noun. So number 2, blank blank 6 eggs in the refrigerator. 6 eggs. Egg is a noun that can be counted, and there's 6 eggs, so it's plural. That means that we have to say there are 6 eggs in the refrigerator. So hold on. So here, so for number 1, there is a sugar on the table. So I said 6 there. So since it's egg is a noun that can be counted, and there are 6 eggs, so this is plural. So we have to use the phrase there are 6 eggs in the refrigerator. So it's gonna look like this right here. There are 6 eggs in the refrigerator. Number 3, blank blank, 1 apple on the table. 1 apple. Apple is a noun that can be counted. There's only 1, so it's a singular count noun. That means we have to use there is 1 apple on the table. So we have to use there is. There is one apple on the table. So here, this is how it's going to look. There's one apple on the table. Number 4, blank blank, many peaches. Peach is also a countable noun, and there are many peaches, so more than one, so it's plural. So we have to say there are many peaches in the box. There are many peaches in the box. So there are many peaches in the box. Number 5, blank blank, bread on the shelf. Bread is a noun that cannot be counted. So we have to say there is bread on the shelf. And here, there is bread on the shelf. Number 6, blank blank, an orange on the table. Orange is a noun that can be counted, and there's only one orange. So we have to say there is an orange on the table. There is an orange on the table. Number 7, blank blank, onions in the drawer. Onion is a noun that can be counted, and it says onions, so more than one, so it's plural. So we have to say there are onions in the drawer. And finally, number 8, blank blank, meat in the refrigerator. Meat is something, or is a noun that cannot be counted. So we have to say there is meat in the refrigerator. Right here. Okay. That wasn't that bad, right? So we'll go to the next one. Now, 1 second. Now we'll do exercise 2B. Complete the sentences. Use is there, are there, there is, there isn't, there are, or there aren't. So number 1, the question is there any meat in the refrigerator? As I mentioned before, meat is a noun that is not countable. So we have to use is there in order to make it into a question. And since the answer contains yes, we have to just have to say there is. So is there any meat in the refrigerator? Yes, there is. An easier way to think about this is if the question starts with is there and the answer is yes, then you just need to flip them. So it'll be, so you can see is there and it's there is. So number 2. Oh, and then I need to show you the answer as so here. A, is there any meat in the refrigerator? Yes, there is. So that's the answer. So now, I don't think we need this. So number 2, blank blank. Any oranges? Oranges is plural count nouns, and the answer starts with yes. So plural count nouns, you have to say, are there any oranges? And then we have an answer yes, so we have to say yes, there are. So are there any oranges? And yes, there are. So here, same thing as my answer. Number 3, blank blank, any cheese? No, blank blank. Cheese is a noun that can't be counted, so we have to start with is there any cheese? And the answer is a no, so we have to write the negative form. So instead of the usual, if it was yes, it would be there is, but since it's not, we have to say there isn't. So one more time. Is there any cheese? No, there isn't. That's the answer. So is there any cheese? No, there isn't. Number 4, blank blank, any sugar? Same thing because this noun can't be counted. So is there any sugar? No, there isn't. Number 5, blank blank, any milk in the refrigerator? Yes, blank blank. So this time, milk is a noun that can't be counted, but the answer starts with yes. So we have to say there is there any milk in the refrigerator? And the answer, we say, yes, there is. Now, can you see the pattern? So number 6, blank blank any coffee? Yes, blank blank. It's going to be same as number 5. So we're going to say, is there any coffee? Yes, there is. So here, is there any coffee? Yes, there is. Number 7, blank blank any apples? Apple is a noun that can be counted, and there is plural because there's more than one. So we have to say, are there any apples? No, there aren't. There aren't. So here we go. Yes. Are there any apples? Oh, this answer is wrong. It has to be no, there aren't. Okay, this is a wrong answer. Sorry. So because the answer starts with a no, not a yes. So number 8, blank blank any cherries? Yes, blank blank. So cherries, uh, they're countable and it's plural, so you have to say, are there any cherries? And since the answer starts with a yes, we have to say, yes, there are. So, are there any cherries? Yes, there are. And so here, only answer that was incorrect was 7B. So make sure the answer is there aren't. It has to be negative form. Okay. Okay, now that we finish exercise 2B, we're going to go page 89 and do exercise 2C. Complete the sentences, use there is or there are. And then here it says a useful language. You can count things like loaf, carton, box, bottle, package, can, and bag. Use these words with non-count nouns. Yeah, so these are useful languages because I think in part 1, instead of I categorize them as a measuring unit in a way. So we use these words in order to count nouns that are actually not countable. So water, if we just say water, water is not countable. But if we say a bottle of water, that noun, which can't be uh, counted, becomes countable. Okay? So number 1, there is one loaf of bread. One loaf. So loaf, there's only one. Loaf is a singular. So you have to use there is to make a statement. So and then let's do it this one. So there is one loaf of bread. Oh. And then number 2, blank blank, 2 cartons of apple juice. We have 2 cartons of apple juice. And this is how a carton looks like. Okay? And there are 2, so it's plural, so we have to say there are 2 cartons of apple juice. There are 2 cartons of apple juice. Number 3, blank blank, 3 boxes of tea. Let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3. There are 3 boxes of tea. So it's plural, so we have to say there are 3 boxes of tea. Number 4, blank blank, 4 bottles of water. And here, these are bottles of water right here. There are 4 of them, so it's plural. We have to say there are 4 bottles of water. 4 bottles of water. Now, here, number 5, blank blank, 1 package of ground meat. Is talking about this right here, 1 package of ground meat. There's 1, so it's singular. So we have to say there is 1 package of ground meat. Number 6, blank blank, 6 cans of soda. There are 6 cans of soda in the picture. And there's 6 of them, so it's plural. So there are 6 cans of soda. Number 7, blank blank, 1 bag of flour. 1 singular. So we have to say there is 1 bag of flour. Number 8, blank blank, 2 packages of cheese. There's 1 here and then 2. So there are 2 packages of cheese, so it's plural. So we have to say there are 2 packages of cheese. There are 2 packages of cheese. That's pretty simple, huh, right? Now, let's go to exercise 2D. So talk with a partner, look at the picture, make conversation. So for number 1, the noun is rice. Is there any rice? And in this picture, you can see that there is all rice right here. So we have to say, yes, there is a bag of rice on the shelf. A bag of rice. Number 2, the question would be, is there any soda? And we don't see any soda, so no, there isn't. Number 3, milk. In question 4, I have to say, is there any milk? And then here I see 2 cartons of milk. So I'll say the question and the answer for it. So in question, is there any milk? The answer, yes, there are 2 cartons of milk on the table, right? Number 4, is there any coffee? Coffee, let's see, we have 2 bags of coffee here. So the answer would be yes, there are 2 bags of coffee on the shelf. There are 2 of them. Number 5, tea. There are 3 boxes of tea right here. So is there any tea? Yes, there are 3 boxes of tea on the shelf. There are 3 boxes of tea on the shelf. Number 6, cheese. I don't see any cheese here in this picture. So is there any cheese? We say no, there isn't. Number 7, sugar. I see sugar right here, 1 sugar, or 1 bag of sugar. So is there any sugar? Yes, there is a bag of sugar on the shelf. Number 8, water. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 bottles of water. So is there any water? Is there any water? Yes, there are 6 bottles of water on the table. Number 9, flour. We have 1 package of flour. So is there any flour? Yes, there is 1 package of flour on the shelf. Finally, number 10, meat. And there isn't any meat. So we have to say, is there any meat? No, there isn't. And that's how you make a conversation using there is or there are phrases. Exercise 3, communicate, talk with a partner and answer these questions. What's in your refrigerator? Number 2, what's on your kitchen shelves? Okay, so we don't have to do this one. But we just finished going over lesson C, the exercise in lesson C. We learn, we practice using the phrase there is and there are with different nouns that are countable and not countable. And for non-countable nouns, we have to use certain words such as loaf, carton, box, bottle, something that contains the non-countable nouns, to count them. Okay? So this is very important. Okay. Anyway, we're done with lesson C. Thanks for watching and see you in part 3.